Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel and to Jim's Shed. Now this is more of a charging information video than fixing something, so I just said I'd give you a little rundown on what charging is like, we'll say, in my world here in Southern Ireland. And I'm at a ESB charging point, and we're going to try this one and several other charging points, because I'm Jim and you're watching Jim's Shed. So we're going to attempt, right? I fairly doubtful this will work, right? But we're going to attempt to give this car a quick charge using this ESB, right? Electricity Supply Board in Ireland. It's currently charging one car at the moment, a Skoda Enyaq, right? 77 kilowatt hour, more or less the same running gear as on the GTX here. So there's no guarantees this is going to work, but to use these ESB charging points, you need to get yourself one of these. It's a charging point access card, and you make contact. You can also download the app. It's called eCars. You can download the eCars app and go through that. I'm not very optimistic about these chargers, right? Because they get confused if more than one vehicle is plugged in. So we're going to try it, right? It's a CCS. It's a 100 kilowatt hour charge point. And to use it, you, first of all, there's your CCS. You plug in your vehicle first. So, plug it in like so. White light comes on. You then get your card. Please authenticate with RFID card key or by mobile app. So either way, right? So I'm going to use the eCars card app, charging card. Tap it. Checking user. Now it's initializing charging process. It's thinking, right, of what it's to do, right? Now it's getting confused, right? This may work, it may not. I'm not very hopeful, but we'll give it a go and see. So, I heard a beep telling me, getting an email saying charging has commenced, but it hasn't. You see it here. White light is still on. It's working. So what am I getting? If you look down here at the power, 34, 42, 38. So I'm getting about 40 kilowatts. Because there's two cars charging at the same time. He's getting roughly the same because his speed has torn down. You can see here, I'm at 71%, right? So, okay, it worked. Sometimes it doesn't. Well, what I'll do now is we'll pause for the moment. I'm going to go off and get a quick cup of coffee, and we'll come back later and we'll see how much charge we got in the few minutes that I've been away. So we'll pause for the moment and we'll get back on to you very soon. So we've been here, we'd often had a quick cup of coffee. We've been here for about 24-25 minutes. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go into the car and I'm going to show you the rate of charge that we're currently charging at. So this has been charging for 22 minutes. We're charging at 357 kilometers per hour, and it's been going, we're getting about 35 kilowatts at the moment, and the reason why we're only getting 35 kilowatts is because it's gone past 80%. I have the car just for video purposes. I normally stop charging at 80%, so it's at 85 at the moment, right? What I'm going to do now is I'm going to stop charging, right? So you press stop charging and we'll see what that 22 minutes cost us. The car was at 70%, it's at 85 now, and I'm going to let you know. We're going to go into the thing and see what it costs us to charge. So I now get out of the vehicle, I disconnect the cable, put it back, like so. Put it back, and we'll get back into the vehicle now and we'll have a look and see what it costs. So, I've just checked my app. That cost me €9 for 15% battery. Pretty expensive. Pretty expensive. Well, what we'll do now is we will make our way towards up the M9 and we'll go to there's Apple Green nationwide have introduced a rollout of new chargers there, and they're 160 kilowatts. So we're now leaving a 100 kilowatt charger. We're going to make our way up the motorway at 120 kilometers an hour, and we're going to plug into a 160 kilowatt charger. We're going to stay a few minutes there. Hopefully the manager will have a chat with us and talk about how it's been going for them. They've 2 chargers there as far as I know, and we'll go from there then down to Luffany, where they have 2 200 kilowatt chargers. So we'll see what they're like. So we'll pause for the moment and we'll get back onto you very soon. So we're on the M9, we're cruising along, going to Paulstown, Apple Green complex, and there's allegedly 2 160 kilowatt chargers there, and we're going to see how easy or how difficult they are. According to our sat nav, we'll be there in 30 minutes, and it's 53 kilometers from here, and it's not on the updated on this nav as being a charge point, but you can actually input that into the system, you know, just to let it know that there is a charge point. But you know, EVs, look, the sales are very slow in this country. There was a bit of an upsurge last year and towards the beginning of this year for EV sales, but they've actually slowed back a lot, and the supply is one reason, but also the government we have in this country are a bit sort of inept, in my opinion, when it comes to EVs, because they were told the EU Commission of whatever, ECO, you know, made an announcement, I think it was 2 years ago, saying that all fossil fuel engines or piston engines will be done away with by the year 2030. After 12 months, they sort of rethought and said, well, that's a bit optimistic. We'll shove it out to 2035. Well, I don't think that's going to happen either. This car, when I purchased this car, the SEAI, you'll see it on the video where I purchased the car. I'll put a link in the description below. But you got a grant of €5,000 on the purchase of a new EV. The government have now eliminated that and cut it in half, down to 2.5. So that has de-incentivized the potential buyer. saying, well, Jez, I'm only getting 2.5 grand, you know. They also put the VRT up, you know. So, because they were saying, well, lads, hold on, we're, you know, this country relies on taxation, you know. Farming was the main, we'd say, bread earner going back in the 60s, 70s and 80s. But we're more of an industrial country than we are an agricultural, you know. We don't have natural resources that we can sell as such. So we rely heavily, or the government relies heavily on taxation, you know. And they looked at motor sales and said, hold on a second, we're losing a fortune here on these EVs, you know. He also then announced about 6 months ago, he said every home in Ireland will be no more than 50 kilometres away from a fast charger. 3 weeks later he changed his mind. Oh no, that'll cost too much. So they scrapped that idea and said they decided to leave it to the privateers, leave it to the Apple Greens, the Circle Ks, the ESBs, you know. Let them put out the chargers and let them charge what they like. So we charged up there 20 minutes ago, or in the last section of the video, for 21 minutes, and that cost me €9. You know, it'll be interesting to see what this charge will cost us when we get to Apple Green. We're just coming up the M9 and we're doing I'll actually take it up to 120 kilometers an hour, and you know, we're going to eat up a bit of EV fuel now, and we'll see how fast or how good we'll be there in 26 minutes, 45 kilometers, and we'll see how we get on there. So yeah, getting back to EVs, yeah, it's you know, even like I spoke to John Kelly's in Waterford. They said the Mach-E, you know, my wife got one. She got one there in July and loves the car, you know. This is going to be a great seller. They're not selling because they can't get them. And not only that, half of the grant has been eliminated, you know, so it's not much of an incentive to buy an EV at the moment, you know, so they're very expensive. But look, it's, you know, it's, I think he's just playing the Pied Piper for the likes of Greta Thunberg and all these eco people in the European Commission, saying, you know, oh yeah, we'll do that, we promise, you know, we'll do that. Not going to happen, you know. I don't think it's going to happen anyway, anytime soon. 2035, that's in 12 years. So in other words, in 12 years time you won't be able to buy a piston car. It'll be EV all the way, or hydrogen. I don't know about hydrogen. I think hydrogen will be more inclined for the heavy vehicles, trucks, trains, excavators, all that kind of stuff. You know, I think cars will probably stick with EV, but no, it's not going to happen. Not going to happen. We'll pause for the moment, and when we pull back, when we're pulling into the Apple Green, we'll resume then, and we'll see how good the Apple Green chargers are. We have another 41 kilometers to go, so we'll pause for the moment. So we're now approaching, as you can see on the nav, we're now approaching Paulstown Apple Green, where allegedly there's two 160 kilowatt hour chargers. So we'll see what these are like. So it's just around the roundabout here, and I'm now at 63%. So if we check and see how much energy I used, you'll see I'm averaging 25.5 kilowatt hours, 23.4. So I used a fair bit of energy now putting. I was going about 125, 126 kilometers an hour. I said I'd burn off a bit of juice. So, yeah, here it is here. You can see it in the distance. Yeah. Apple green. So there's chargers here somewhere. And good crowd of cars here I can see. Wait till we see where are these. Oh, right here beside us. Oh, now there's only one. Oh, right. Only one. So, well, okay. There it is there. So I'll reverse up to this and we'll give it a go and see what the story is here. So what we'll do is we'll pause for the moment and I'll get myself started here and we'll give it a go and see. We'll see what these chargers are all about. Right, so we're here at Paulstown. This is Apple Green Electric on the M9. So far there's one. According to the website it said there was two. There's space there alright for another one, but I don't know. It's maybe it's not installed yet. So this one, flawless, I have to say. I just went into the app. I just went into the app and I just selected which was number one. I selected number one. It told me connect vehicle, connected it, tap your card and tapped it, and we're now charging at a rate of 53 kilowatts. Not great, you know. 63 now, you can see it going up. 63. So yeah, not so bad. Now, having said that, you must also remember that the car is currently at about 68% charge anyway, so you're never going to, unless the battery was down at 10%, 20%, that's when you'll get your full rate of charge. But at the moment it's charging at 53 kilowatts. It's alright. It's not great, but it's alright. We'll go in for a cup of coffee and I'm going to see if I can get the manager to come out and give us a bit of a talk. So we'll pause for the moment and we'll get back on in a few minutes. So we're back at the vehicle. We've been in there for the past, I'd say about 13-14 minutes. We had a cup of tea. Very windy out here at the minute. Microphones didn't charge up properly today, so I don't have them on. But excuse the wind noise. But yeah, 19 minutes, and in that 19 minutes we're up to, our battery is up to 92%. We got a total of 23.152 kilowatts into the vehicle, and I just checked on my phone app and it cost us €6.97 for that, and we're back up to 92%, and we were on 68. So we got nearly 30% for just under €7. So I have to say, well done to Apple Green Electric. Great facility here. I thought there was two, but there's only one. The manager is not available to talk to us at the minute. He's not working today. So well done to Apple Green here in Paulstown, just off the M9. Very busy facility. Food, Subway, Burger King, all you want in there. They also have a huge truck park here, as you can see. I see a bus stop there. So yeah, well, what we're going to do now is we're going to make our way down to Luffany at Rathpatrick, which is just outside Waterford, where they have two 200 kilowatt chargers. So I can't wait to give them a shot and see what they are like. So we'll pause for the moment and talk en route. So guys, I'm back, and I will admit it's the following day. These 200 kilowatt chargers that were en route to at Rathpatrick, just outside Waterford, there's no point in me, we'll say, testing these out when my battery is up at 70-80%. waste of time. So it's the following day. I went to Kilkenny on a drive in this car yesterday, and I said I'll use up some battery. I'm currently down at 20%, and I'm going as sort of a detour roundabout way. So what I want is about 15 or 10, maybe 10% when I get there, and we'll pump it up to 80%, and we'll see how long it takes and how much it costs. I haven't used this 200 kilowatt hour charger as yet, so great to see, and two of them, you know, with double, which means 4 cars can, you know, charge at the same time. So going to be very interested to see how they work out. So what we'll do is, yeah, look, I spoke earlier on about, you know, the lack, in my opinion, the lack of urgency on these with regards to our both local authorities and at government level, you know, on the rollout of EVs and the urgency required if we are to become fossil-free motoring by 2035. Yeah, I can't see it happening, you know, because they're not, they still seem to think, you know, we have to get a lot of revenue from the motorists, EV or not. You know, the motorist in this country always seems to be hit. Taxation is always, you know, the motorist is always the easy option, you know. The motorist drink and alcohol, you know, or cigarettes and alcohol, you know, they are what's called the easy hits, you know. And also we'd say general taxation. So look, you know, I prefer to see more of these. Range anxiety is not as much an issue now as it was when EVs first, you know. It's more like infrastructure anxiety, you know. Where am I going to get a charger, you know? One that works, one that's not in use. So, you know, a lot of these filling stations also is shoving these things out of the way, you know, and you're out in the cold and you're, you know, so like we have 4 or maybe 5 big users. Tesla, obviously, well, they look after their own. Maybe they should open up their charge points to other manufacturers, I don't know. Then we have Ionity, very expensive. They have up to 160 to 200 kilowatt hour chargers. Not many 200, but plenty of 160s. But every time you seem to go to one, they charge exorbitant prices. Oh, listen, you could, to do a full charge, it could cost you like 40, 45, 50 euros. Crazy stuff, like, you know. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Ionity charge points around the country, whereby they have maybe 4 or maybe 5 chargers. Then you have ESB. We tried one earlier on in Waterford. It worked, albeit slow enough. 38, 40 kilowatts. You know, there's a good few 22 kilowatts around Waterford. 22 kilowatts, guys, is not going to cut it, you know. You need 160 to 200 or 260. That's what you need, you know. Your average car is capable of charging at 200 kilowatts, you know. So you need a minimum of a 100 kilowatt hour charger to be worth your while, and also the prices need to come down. So that's ESB. We also have EasyGo. We have Eco or eCharge. You know, we have Apple Green Electric. Impressed with them, albeit, lads, you know, just roll out a few more, you know. I'm told, since yesterday, I'm told there was 2 chargers at that Applegreen in Paulstown, and mysteriously one just disappeared. Did Applegreen say, oh hold on, we don't need 2, 1 is enough? You know, like, what's the story there, you know? So look, yeah, I'm en route, and what I'll do is I'll pause it for the moment. My cameraman has disappeared. I'm on my own today, so I have to do the pausing and the things myself. So we'll pause for the moment, and we'll get back onto you when we're at this 200 kilowatt charger. So we'll pause for the moment. So folks, we're just coming here to it now, and we'll just have a look and see, where are they? Inver, Sleeveroo Junction, just outside Waterford, on the N25, on the Wexford. Here they are, I see them here. Yeah, they look fairly substantial pieces of kit. Both of them are vacant, and both of them are turned on. So, okay, let's have a look. I'm going to reverse in here now to one, and we'll just see. We'll just see what it's all about. So, yeah, just wash my rear view camera. Right, we'll go out here now and we'll have a look. I'm down to 13%. I've driven this car now fairly hard over the past 24 hours. I've been using its full potential, as they say, and we'll see how we get on. And I'll go in here to charge. Give it a minute. Right, so 13% based on the way I've been driving it. 43 kilometers. If I go into data, vehicle, I've been fairly well eaten up. I think I've been fairly well eaten up to kilowatt. 22.5 kilowatt hours long term, 22.1. Now this car I can average, we'll say, every day driving about 17, 18, 19. Under 20 is good. But I've been giving it the shoe heavy on the right foot over the past 24 hours just to get that battery down, and try and get it down to under 20% so that we can. So I'm going to get out of the car here now, and we're going to have a look here. Yeah, so plug it in, tap the card, checking, initializing charging, or initiating charging process. Takes a while for these things to kick in. There she goes, off she goes. Now let's have a look at the power. 11, 18, 25, 33, 39, 45, 53, 60, 74, 82, 89, 96, 104, very good, 111, 113, 112. That's good. 112 kilowatts is not bad. I'm going to get in out of the rain, guys, and I'm going to close the door, get in out of the rain. I'm going to go in here now and get myself a nice hot cup of soup. She's charging. I'll go in here to my charging menu. And 51 minutes of, yeah, well, I'm not going to say 50. That's another thing you need to know. There's ESB have an overstay charge of €8 after 45 minutes. So we'll see how we get on. I might stop charging at 44 minutes and then kick it off again, just to save €8, you know. But look, you can understand why they do that. Cup of soup, that's where I'm going now, and this is now charging, and we'll see how it goes. But so far that was flawless. Just, she'd gone up there to 120 kilowatts, 124, 125 kilowatts. That's not bad now. I'd be happy with that. So well done to Inver in Slieve Roo for that. I see another one just over there, just there. Excuse the raindrops on the window, but yeah. So we'll resume for the moment, and we'll let this charge away, and we'll see how we go, and we'll come back to you in a few minutes. So guys, we're back. It's at 91%, 429 kilometers. I've been on this machine 43 minutes. So I'm going to cut it off now before it gets to 45. 91, 92, that'll do me. Very impressed. So in other words, from 13% to 90, she's on 92 there now. So we'll say from 13% to 95% is about 45 minutes on a 200 kilowatt charger. Now these ID4s, I think we'll only accept about 130 kilowatts, so that's fine. The newer batch coming along next year will be capable of about 160 kilowatts. So well done to Inver here at Slieve Roo Junction. The main road is just there. You can see vehicles going by. It's a dual carriageway. This is just a link road off the N25 at Slieve Roo, just outside Waterford. And I'd say myself, word will travel fast that there's two 200 kilowatt chargers out here just outside Waterford, and I'd say these will do very well. I think they're here about 2 weeks. I see another ID4, a Pro. He's charging there. He's there about 10 minutes. So word will get around. Open 24 hours a day. The facility is not, but the charge, as far as I know, the charging points do. Because I passed this place en route to work, and I have noticed the other morning that they were opened, or they were switched on. So yeah, very, very impressed. Very impressed with this facility. So all in all, guys, you know, so long as you know where the chargers are, you're okay. I keep saying this: if you want an EV, get a home charger. You know, charge at home. If you're going on a long trip, it's nice to know where places like this are, chargers like this are. There's not many 200 kilowatts rolled out as yet. This is one of them, and I'd say this place will do very well, you know. So lads, charging, yeah, that's, we'll wrap it up there, you know. All in all, yeah, like, listen, it's a no-brainer for me, because this car is 18 months old. It's only done, what, 16,000 kilometers. You know, so I'm averaging about what, 10, 11, 12 kilometers, 1,000 kilometers, 8,000 miles a year. So it suits me, you know. It's a no-brainer. Now also, on good days, I take the Mini out too, you know. So this car is not in use every day. With regards to herself, she uses it quite frequently at home, the charger, once a week. So yeah, all in all, yeah, a little bit disappointed now. I'm going to go in here and I'll be able to just check on my other device how much did it cost me. I just want to stop it now because I just got a text message there telling me that I'm going to be charged €8 unless I stop charging. So I'm stopping charging at 94%. So I won't be charged €8 extra. You want to watch that? But yeah, that cost me, it'll tell me now. I'll get an email. I'd say not cheap. So it's just coming in here. Just bear with me. I have my phone on silent. €24.84. Yeah, you know, not too bad, I suppose. I don't know. Yeah, saucy enough. I know are a lot dearer, more expensive than ESP. They say ESP prices will be coming down. That's what they're saying. Word out there. ESP prices are coming down. So, yeah. So, lads, listen, you know, I just said I'd do this whole video and just give you, you know, a bit of quick, you know. I will be getting I hope to be setting up a visit from Nevo EV Review Ireland, Derek Riley. I hope to get Derek down to the shed for chat. We want to do that before the winter comes in, get him down and invite him to come on the channel. And he's the top EV review YouTuber in the country. Check out his channel, Nevo EV Review Ireland, and check him out on YouTube. He's, you know, his slogan is, if there's an EV for you, contact him and he'll review, you know. So he will. Derek will do a good job there. I hope to get Derek down. So lads, thanks very much for watching, and don't forget, like, share and subscribe to the channel. And until the next one, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.